What's up? Welcome back to Chosen Queen 8. I'm here with another message. Let's get right into it. So, what I'm hearing is everybody is not you. That's what I'm hearing. Everybody is not you. Everybody is not going to do the same things that you do if you were in those circumstances. For instance, if you see somebody and they went through hell, and then you're looking at this and you're wondering, well, you might not even know that this person went through hell. You may see this person and you may think like, wow, they got a lot going on. But you're not understanding this fact that this person may have went through so much and they did not allow that to break them. So that's why God put them in position to have what they have. So a lot of people won't are not you. Maybe the reason why you have not elevated and you have not done a lot of things is or rose above certain situations yet because you're not like other people that are successful. Successful people know how to turn the other cheek because you have to pick and choose your battles wisely. Successful people know how to not let things bother them, not let things get to them. They can see they don't take things personal, especially when dealing with people and attacks. They're not vengeful. There's a way a successful person would operate, and these things may have come against you, but you may have reacted in a different way. You may have been vengeful. You may have uh, did something out of the ordinary when something was done to you. You may have stooped down to that level. So God is like, well, I can't trust you with a lot because when you have a lot, you get attacked more. There's more obstacles and more things. So you got to get through learning and doing the self work. A lot of people are not doing the self work. They are not healing. They are not, it's more than just physical things, mentally, emotionally. These are things that you have to heal, notice patterns, work on these patterns, and even getting out of the program. You literally have to die in order to live. The old you has to die. If you haven't gotten where you wanted to be at, if you haven't achieved some of the things that you want to achieve, there is parts of you that have to die so you can achieve the things that you want because the way that you're going about life, the way that you're looking at it, perception, all of that is contradictory to what you're trying to do. You're trying to get this thing, use this things and moments and places you want to go, things you want to achieve, incomes you want to have. But if you've been living your life so far and you haven't got there, that means that there is a lot of things about yourself that you have to change in order to get there. And put it in the discipline. Put it in the discipline to have enlightenment each and every day. That's very important. So many people don't take the opportunity to deplug from the regular 9 to 5, to incorporate their spirituality into that day. That's important. That's discipline. A lot of people are successful because they got rid of the distractions and they continue to look at themselves in the mirror. And in spite of their circumstances, they continue to believe. No one has, I mean, people have got things handed to them on a silver platter, but there's people that come from nothing that have it all. There's people out here with no college degree, no this, no that, no skills, but they manage to have it all from one thing. God blessed one thing in their life, and it snowball effect into something so much greater. They got blessed with just a idea of with some a cookie recipe, or they got it's certain. I'm just using things as an example, but God will bless certain things that's going to elevate you if you trust enough, if you believe enough, if you willing to pick and choose your battles, if you're willing to incorporate God in your life. There's so many things that can happen, but we're in a society where there's so many distractions. They distract you from having that pivotal relationship with God. And I don't mean just with what the Bible saying going to church every Sunday. I mean knowing that God lives inside of you, knowing that you have the power to move mountains with your thoughts, with your ideas, with your impressions that you're thinking, with the visualizations, with the music that you hear to listen to. if you incorporate take out things that are causing corruption and toxicity in your life, and you added things that promote harmony, self-love, self-respect, self-belief, confidence, you will see a turnaround. You will see things shift. You will see things shape the way you want it to be. You'll be able to be the main culprit of your life, how you want it to be. Dreaming, like how whatever it is that your dreams are, nothing's too big. Nothing's too big. A lot of people are successful because they had a dream, they had the discipline to get there. It's about mental discipline, emotional discipline, physical discipline, depending on your lifestyle and your vices are and what habits that you have to work on. We're all human. We all start somewhere. So don't ever think that you so far into something, or you too old, or you too this. Don't make up no excuse. If you want to make a change, make the change today. Figure it out what's bothering you. Ask God, or we'll figure out what is stopping you from getting to these goals. Ask God to reveal these things to you. Ask God to put you in a position to where you could heal from these things. Ask God to show you. It's just a simple conversation. It's just a simple alertness that you have in your mind to receive what the answers are too. Sometimes if you're so confused, you got to pray on it. You got to ask God, well, how can I hear your voice? How can I use my discernment? Whatever it is, if you have enough belief and trust in the higher power, you can achieve it. And you can't be discouraged thinking that you don't have enough time to put this stuff in, this work in, and you can't be too moving too fast. You got to be thinking about this like, you know what, no matter what, I'm dedicated to this, because this is a certain sacrifice with the world and society and the way they tell you to live. It's a certain sacrifice there, and then it's a certain discipline that you have and a certain patience that you need in order, and a certain what is the word I'm looking for, where you continuously commitment that you make to these dreams. And you can't give up. You can't give up, because so many things are going to go against what you're trying to do, and those are tests. God want to know how much you want this thing. You got to, when you start seeing that, you better start getting ready. Like, anytime that I've ever had an obstacle coming in front of me when it was something that I was trying to do, I knew it was a test. I automatically knew, like, well, God, I prayed about this. God, you love me. Why would this obstacle come right now? This obstacle is coming because God want to see how bad I want this. Well, make sure that this obstacle is not phasing me. Let me keep my trust up, my faith up. Let me eliminate distractions, people, places, and things. And if it's myself, what has to die in me? Is it my mentality? Is it my eating habits? Is it how I love people? Or what is it? What do I got to cultivate and shape and form and make better, make fruitful, and make living in my life? Because there might be some areas that are dead in your life that you need to shake up, that you need to awaken, okay, in order to get to a certain place. It might be skills that you need to refresh. It's something, or it could be just you getting in your own way. It could be your people. I'm not you. I don't know. But I'm throwing things out there because we're all different. We're all unique. We all have different battles. We all have these different things. But God instilled in us all a gift. He gave us a brain. He gave us the faith. He gave us a voice. He gave us the power to overcome this thing. He gave you the power to control your life. So let's not forget that. People forget how powerful they are. You are human. You are powerful. You are powerful. Do not forget how powerful you are today. Do not forget how powerful you are. And remember that people aren't you. So they may be up against a lot of the people that you see that are successful. They went up a lot of things to take them out, but they didn't let that take them out. They didn't say, you know what, well, this looks dark. Oh my God, I wanted to run a marathon, but I just gained 10 pounds and now I can't run the marathon. They're like, well, you know what? I'm going to make sure I get these 10 pounds off, or I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to push for it. Something's going to come through. That's a really bad metaphor, but I'm trying to throw something out there to get your brains to keep pushing and to know that people are not you. They don't just give up as easy, and they don't be vengeful, and they don't do everything that you've been doing. Okay. People move different and they get different results. And you might be around a lot of people who are not moving right and they condone the behavior that you're doing. That be the problem. It's all these false prophets, it's all these people that you're listening to, you're getting advice from, that they're not leaders. They're not the people of God. They're not, even if they are people of God, they're not disciplined. Or look at the people around you. Are the people around you that you're getting advice from, that you're associating yourself with, are they people that you want to see success, like you can see your success in? Like, are they somebody you could look up to? Are they somebody that you can say, you know what, I want to be like this person? Or are you just getting advice from anybody just because of anything? Like, be careful who you're talking to, spending your time with. A lot of people are sitting in these cliques and these families and these relationships with a whole bunch of people who are rat race thinkers. They're not thinking for themselves, they're sheeple. So how are you following, confiding, and talking to people who they're sheeple their damn self? They don't have nothing going for them. What they got a good job and a relationship, and that makes them somebody. They have bad habits. They have things of that nature that they probably are not working on. And just because someone makes you laugh and is funny and has good charisma doesn't mean that they're healthy. Because they could display these things, but that's temporary. The root of how they operate in situations will show up. And I like to be around people who take their own advice. I wouldn't want no one telling me something to do something and they're not even living and doing it. So that is my message that I have for you guys. I'm going to cut it short. I don't want to preach too much. Watch the circle, watch the people that you're around. Make sure that you are being very cautious of your time and who you are allowing in your life, because people will destroy it for you because they don't know any better. That's why it's good to be under leaders of people who are successful, who have the fruits of their labor. Don't you just listening to people who go by dogmatic rules, and then you expect them to get ahead? They say you're like your closest five friends. I want to know who your five friends are. Right now, think about your five friends. Are you like them? Is that what you see yourself being? That's why, if you know that you're like your five friends, that's why it's time to cut people off and only have friends that are people who you want to see yourself become. If you got five friends and then you're looking at the situation like, wow, these five people that I'm talking, my main five, they are not, then you're in the same boat as these people. So you're spending your time, and it's all about choices. It's all about loving yourself enough, loving yourself more than you love people. What's stopping you from cutting these people off? What's stopping you from being serious? What's stopping you from taking life serious? People are not you. Again, people are not going to do the same things you do. That's why they got ahead, because they're not making the same moves that you're making. They may be up against the same thing you was up against, but they literally did something totally different than what you did. So this message is for y'all, the ones that are sitting here expecting people, not, they're like looking at people, looking at them get ahead, and they're not understanding how. But guess what? People are not you. People don't react the same way you react. People don't have the same relationship that you have with God. So people, I think that your best relationship with God, it has to come with the intimacy of your relationship with God. Not just loving God on a 9 to 5 or on Sundays, from a little period of time, but actually there's proof in the decisions and choices that you make on how you're honoring him, who you're around, what you're doing every day. How is it honoring? You say that you love God and you have a good relationship with him. Well, it's going to show in your actions. It's not going to be just the conversations and you asking and praying to him. It's going to show by the company you keep. It's going to show by what you listen to, by what you watch, the balance and moderation that you have in your life. It's going to show with not just being dogmatic in Christian belief systems, but really opening your mind up to prosperity, opening your mind up to the God in you, opening your mind up to manifesting, opening your mind up to being a creator. You can't tell me that you're a powerful person and you love God, and because you go to church and you can sing a good song and you can have a good prayer. It's got to show in your actions. I got to see it in your actions. Your actions is going to show what it is. Otherwise, you're gonna be lying to yourself, and I don't want to see y'all lie to yourself. That's why I'm making the video. Period. It's not, and this the message may not. A lot of people may not like it. The real ones, I want y'all to like, share, subscribe. If you know what you know. Like, share, subscribe. But shout out to y'all for tuning in and tapping in and wanting to hear what I'm saying. But people are not you. People do not do the same things you do in those circumstances, and you need to start learning how people that are successful are operating. Because you could be around a whole bunch of yes people, sheeple, people caught up in the matrix. And they can dress caught up in the matrix real good. They can dress it up real good. But the thing is, people elevate. God's people, they get higher and higher and higher. They're not stagnant. They don't just stay there. And then it's a continuance increase. Continuance. And no one's perfect. People have their little downfalls, but people's spirits too. You can tell a God chosen person that's going through something versus a person who really don't trust God. A God chosen person that has a strict relationship with God, little stuff don't phase them. Little things that don't phase them. If they take a loss, they take a loss. That don't phase them. They're not crying about it. It's nothing to them. It's like, I'm a living sacrifice. If God, you took it, I already know it's something greater happening. It's a faith. It's a belief system. It's the way they operate. It's a huge confidence difference compared to someone who falls that never really trusted God. Look at their reaction to it. Look at how they operate. You start paying attention. Put those goggles on that your God seeing goggles on. Get your discernment out your bag. People forget that the tools, the instinct, your gut feeling, your intuition, your mouth, your mind, your voice. This is the tools God gave you to be powerful. I don't know what else y'all looking for. You're looking for something and it's inside of you already. You need to figure out what it is and pull it out of you. Well, I'm glad that y'all tapped into this message. I was so grateful to leave it today. I'm gonna leave it right here. Today, I want y'all to make a choice and a decision to take your life serious, take your relationship with God serious, take things serious. I want to see y'all excelling. I want to see more people outside of the matrix. It's way too many people in the matrix. And I'm here because I need to see, we got to overpower the matrix. Otherwise, we're gonna have just a whole bunch of robots, a whole bunch of sheep. We gotta overpower. I gotta see you here. I need more people empowered in their own capabilities of their manifesting because they believe in the God in them. They believe that God is in control. God is in control. There is none of this that I've done. In all my success is nothing that I've done, is what God did for me because he allowed it to come into my life, because he's seen that I was prepared for it, because the relationship, because of my choices and decisions, because of my discipline. God said, I can trust you with this. A lot of stuff, God is like, I know you want it, but I can't trust you with this. If I give you that, your best friend is going to talk you into doing something else with this, because that's the only person that you go to and talk to about your problems. You getting all this advice from the wrong area. So I can't give you this because you ain't going to know what to do with it. So that'd be the hold up. I just wanted to refresh and say that again. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, y'all. Talk to you in a minute.